Hi, welcome to another program. This week we want to talk about Turkey and Turkish economy, regardless Erdogan's, I would say, personal ideas in terms of economy or how Turkey should be administered. Even if Erdogan will be winning the 2023 elections or not, we do believe that Turkey has just turned the last corner before the collision. And we want to cover this week, so let's start. But before that, if you haven't been subscribed to our channel, please feel free to do so. There's a like button and nearby there's a subscribe button over there. We will appreciate your support. So without further delay, President Erdogan faces 2023 elections, as we said. While his unprecedented policies will come under more security, this election will take place. Some blame the crisis on Erdogan, some blame this is because of the external threat or risks that Turkey have been facing for a long time. Whatever it might be, the end point is that economy really is on the ground. The annual consumer inflation has risen more than 35-40% last month. It's the highest since September 2002. And Turkey has introduced us unprecedented new approaches, which Erdogan believes that it is necessary to promote the growth. He's getting many criticisms from the international investors, but he justifies his moves based on religious grounds. The new measures might give him some time, but Turkey, we think, has already turned the last corner before the hit or financial crisis. The lira has been shedded against the US dollar greatly last year. The inflation has risen up, the energy prices have risen up greatly. All the raw material has been greatly risen up because Turkey has been buying most 90%, maybe even more, of the raw material from abroad, and these kind of things also increase the domestic goods prices in Turkey. Therefore, even though the salaries have been increased and all these social, I will say, assistance have been increased, those increases are very likely to received back from government due to these increasing prices. But we want to compare something which we should understand because you are mostly foreigners here watching this channel in English. We need to compare Erdogan with Turgut Özal in 1980s and Tansu Çiller as a prime minister in 1990s, because both of them are from the right-wing parties and similar to Erdogan's approaches, they have it. What Turgut Özal has done in 1980s, he has devalued the lira, boost the economic growth, but for that he has taken the approval from the Turkish politics or elites and political elites and also the international markets. He has done this to some level. Tansu Çiller has done the same level too. She has increased the inflation, but she fueled also the growth, but it cannot be, I will say, justified for a long term because the growth was unsustainable, and because of also the corruption, Turkey hit the wall, and this brings AKP in 2002 to administration. Now, once we look at also Erdogan's politics, I will say he has been since 1950s, where we see the right-wing parties such as Adnan Menderes, Süleyman Demirel, Erbakan, Özal, Çiller, even President Erdogan has been using the popularist politics to strengthen their leadership. But these promote the corruption, and they are only I will say backed with the bad economic decisions, which in long term always has hurt Turkish economy. And also it reduced the democratic transition and complicated the structural reforms that Turkish economy needed. Now, unfortunately, and we have to also admit this thing, in Turkey there is an opposition coalition, but it is not good enough. The only thing as a glue that holds this opposition as a block is their feeling against Erdogan. In terms of how the economy should be recovered, how the foreign policies should be structured, how the education policies should be restructured, there is no consensus among those opposition bloc members, and therefore it really, but really gives me a great concern to see how Turkey is going to recover in the shortest time or in mid even term. Therefore, we believe that these kind of policies that Erdogan has now introduced, such as the protection mechanisms that he has been asking the Turks to bring the dollars to banks. In return, he promised that the dollar exchange as per date is going to be protected against any kind of inflation increase and so on and so forth. By that, he wants to bring or take the dollars in the long term, at least a year or even two if possible, and I will say by introducing large projects, he needs to reduce the unemployment to a level and boost the economy in the shortest possible way. As far as we have been reading and analyzing, somehow between 10 billion to 20 billion US dollars have been gathered. So we think that he will be using these things in order to boost the economy. However, for that, what he has been doing, and this is very, very, very risky for Turkish economy in the even medium term, is he has been reducing the tax return tax income from people or from companies to a government. So next year, I do assume that there will be less tax income, which is going to be a great problem for Turkey to pay its debts, even to turn the economy. But as I said, what also gives me a great concern is the opposition bloc's incapability to produce a vision for Turkey for future. They only say blah blah, I will do this, we will do this, once he is gone we are going to recover this, and so on and so forth. But there is no robust I will say policy in any kind of agenda, such as foreign policies, education, military, domestic policies, and economy too. We think that Erdogan's AKP or opposition bloc does not bring any solution to problems, and this suggests that Turkey has turned the last corner before the collision, because it will, all these new policies after the new year which have been introduced to Turkey will only let Erdogan to gain some time. Even he can, I think, enter I would say an election period next year safely, and he will be there. Yeah, the road will be muddy and a little bit, rocky, but there will be no major problem, I will say. But later, the problems will occur and elevate greatly, and there will be a great financial crisis, and not for a short term. It will be a medium term at least. So, as we said, if you like this video, please, there's a subscribe button underneath, press on it, and we will appreciate your support. So, see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.